The sad part features voices of 4- and 5-year-old children that were all in my son's pre-K class right after 9/11. I would, take my son to pre-K, and, the teacher was incredibly, I think, gifted at dealing with the children, and they would just all of a sudden stop and start talking about something, and she had them building towers and making planes that would crash into the towers or not crash into the towers, or many times there'd be other outcomes. And at a certain point in early 2002, I was in there chatting with her, and she said that when the children started talking about their feelings or their experiences, that she turned on this tape recorder, and she had a boombox in there and a cassette, and what she was doing was taking the cassette home, transcribing it, and then just recording over the cassette. I tried in a certain way to stay out of the way a lot of the times, almost to disappear. There's music on the tape. They're talking about very intense things. The piece has 4 lines, and it's basically structured around the events of the day. In the first one, 2 evil planes broke in little pieces and fire came. But the children, because they're 4 or 5 years old, are basically singing. They have melody to their speech.
It can be challenging when a composer leaves a lot to the imagination, when there's a lot of ambivalence, ambiguous stuff in the score. But this piece, the composer Michael Gordon actually made our lives really easy for us by being really straightforward with the parts. He gave us notes that we could put in the score. There's a click track with bells, so we never get lost, we're never in the wrong place, and that's really great.
The challenging part for me is really just personal, and that the last movement of the piece requires me to tune down, which is something that always sounds really cool, but I inevitably always mess it up. So for me, I need to practice doing that, which sounds silly, but tuning down my instrument in the middle of a piece and getting it fairly in tune. And then on top of it, Michael has written for the cello to play octaves while on the string that's tuned differently. So all those years of practicing octaves are basically out the window, and now I have to relearn how to play octaves with different hand position and fingering. So it's going to be an etude study, but it's like a conflict between your ear and what you see on the page.
I didn't use my son's voice in this piece because I didn't find the right line, but he, in some point on this tape, says the teacher is asking the children what they think they should build down at ground zero, and my son, at the time 4 years old, says they should build 2 huge jungle gyms, two huge they're jungle gyms, right? They're for children to play on, and they should call it the sad part.